Strike Up was co founded last March with a goal of connecting women entrepreneurs across Ontario to one another. Its momentum quickly grew, and over 3,000 women from every province and territory joined together to connect to one another and learn from Canada's leading female entrepreneurs. And it's back, baby, with even more incredible speakers and industry leaders to keep the momentum going. Devon Girard is one of the incredible women behind the curtain at Northumberland CFDC, helping to pull this event together, and joins me now to share what we can expect in 2022. Welcome back to the show, Devon.
Thanks for having me, Candace.
Were you surprised by the response to Strike Up last year?
Blown away. We set out to put on this little conference, we thought, with a real primary goal. So our goal was let's find a way to connect women who love to network and support one another in an environment digitally. We thought we'll target Southern Ontario and see what we can come up with. And quickly, of course, the event, as it does in a digital world, gained excellent traction. We had support from an ecosystem of partners right across Canada who saw the conference and what Strike Up was offering and wanted to amplify it to their clients. And it grew to over 3,000 women joining us last March. So Strike Up's back to try and do it again for year two.
You clearly struck a chord with this conference. What do you think you tapped into by pulling this together?
I think it was the idea, it's in our nature as women. We want to help one another. We love connecting. I'm sure many of our partners will say we love talking and communicating. So how wonderful to have a forum where we're allowing women to do that. And actually, I was speaking with one of a participant this morning who attended Strike Up last year, and she told me it was a real starting point for her to discover the entire ecosystem of support that's out there. There's a lack of awareness, I think, about the programs that are available for women entrepreneurs. So we don't pretend to be a one-stop shop. We know we're capturing a small portion of it, but it's a starting point. It's a place for women entrepreneurs to come and explore. Our ecosystem partners, this year we have many corporate partners who have joined on board to really learn more about all of the businesses and different programs that are out there to help support women in their entrepreneurial development.
So you had 3,000 attendees last year. What are you expecting this year?
Well, I love to aim high. So I would love to see, that 4,000 number would be a great number for us. We do know that for many women entrepreneurs, they're keen to connect with one another, which is why this year we are bringing face-to-face, one-on-one networking available. So in a digital environment, it's hard to achieve that in some of these platforms with large numbers. So we're excited to hopefully attract more women entrepreneurs to be able to talk one-on-one, similar to how we are doing right now, and continue to build this incredible momentum that we have with Strike Up.
And I think there are so many entrepreneurs out there. I mean, I just read a statistic just recently that 60% of Canadians, 60% started a side hustle in 2021. I expect that a lot of them might be thinking that should be a full-time job rather than a side hustle. So you're probably going to have lots of attendees this year. Can you tell me about some of the speakers?
Absolutely. So we have several keynote speakers and high-profile speakers attending this year. Joanna Griffiths of Nix is a really inspirational story for many female entrepreneurs across Canada and, quite frankly, the globe. She has incredible stories about how to break through in a market with innovation. She's really disrupting an entire industry, but she also has important lessons to share around the challenges and opportunities of fundraising and raising VC capital while pregnant with twins. I mean, she closed over $70 million in funding and gave birth to her beautiful twin daughters a couple days, I think it was, after. We, of course, have Jen Harper of Cheekbone Beauty. So many of your listeners and viewers probably recall Jennifer's incredible story of resilience and her participation on Dragon's Den. Cheekbone Beauty is taking the beauty industry by storm. It's now available in Sephora. She has great lessons to share with us about challenges she's overcome, not just as a woman, but as an Indigenous woman, and share some incredible lessons. Amber Mack is back. She's, of course, Canada's go-to technology expert, and we do know many women entrepreneurs want to stay ahead of and on that cutting edge of digitization, what to prepare for, what to be thinking of. So she's got a lot of tech-friendly tips. And then, of course, we have another 20 different speakers. So we've got Susie York from Love Good Fats talking about going global. We've got Robin Kovitz talking about her acquisition of baskets.com and looking at that story of a funding journey through mergers and acquisitions. Some high profile venture capitals are also speaking. So we hope to cover and inspire as many different women entrepreneurs throughout the day. And if they can't attend that day to hear these speakers, the conference is available for them to watch for the full year as long as they register. So the main message is really to register. You can hear these lessons that day, but you also have the year to go back and watch at a later date as well.
And all of these women that you've just mentioned, I know either in the digital space or through the show, and I can unequivocally say they are all so generous with their time and their information. None of them are gatekeepers, so they're absolutely going to share their best information with attendees. Is there a cost to get involved to this conference?
Strike Up is free, so we're really proud of that with our support from the Government of Canada under the Women Entrepreneurship Strategy, but also from our corporate partners. So Corporate Canada, so partners like Scotiabank Women Initiative, Export Development Canada, we've got Shopify Square, we've got a whole roster of corporate partners who saw the value in Strike Up and want to showcase their support for women entrepreneurs and the work that we're doing. And that goes back to you touching on the generosity of our speakers. All of our speakers are busy women who are hustling, and they are making time to really dedicate to share their knowledge with other women. It's a cause many of us believe strongly in, and we're just so grateful for their time and commitment to the conference as well.
I think it's important to note that you've brought in some Indigenous programming as well this year.
Very important for us and for all of us. I mean, Indigenous women, Indigenous entrepreneurs face different challenges than the rest of us do. They're also a high growing segment of our population, and we're so pleased with the diversity of the entire program of Strike Up this year. That's something, you know, we believe firmly in, but also bringing that Indigenous workshop as well as ensuring there's Indigenous representation on all of the panels. We're all continuing to learn from them, and we're really proud of their representation this year at Strike Up.
All right. So if people want to get involved, if they'd like to sign up and follow along, obviously on your social channels, where can they go?
It's simple. It's at strikeup.ca, and we look forward to seeing everyone there.
All right. Thank you so much, Devon, for joining me again. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.